Fingers crossed today. Hey, we are streaming live on YouTube. As a reminder, the courtroom is closed to the public due to the Supreme Court of Texas order regarding the COVID procedures, but it is being broadcast online on YouTube in order to comply with Article 1, Section 13 of the Texas Constitution. No one may record or publish any part of this broadcast, and a violation of this rule may result in a finding of contempt by this court. Okay, I'm looking for our juvenile.
He's right here, Judge.
Okay, I see him there. Is this Mr. Carrera?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I'm looking for, I know Mr. Adler logged in. There he is. And Ms. Cook.
Your Honor, I'll be taking care of Ms. Cook's position today.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Marquez. Just a sec. See where he is. Yes, I do need to see them. Mr. Carrera, this is your 10-day detention hearing. Remember the last time I saw you, I believe was your initial detention hearing, and you have a right to a detention hearing every 10 days to determine whether you will stay here with us for a while longer or you will be released to a parent or guardian. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have a right to have this hearing recorded, and your attorney can let me know if he would like that done. You have a right to an attorney, and he's Frank Adler. Do you see him here on the Zoom meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you do need to speak to your attorney, I can put you in a private breakout room here on Zoom, so just let me know that. You do have the right to remain silent. However, should you choose to speak, nothing you say can be held against you at any other type of hearing here, but it can be considered for detention hearing purposes, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And is there a parent here today for him? Okay, I see. Hi, Mom. Okay, I think I just saw your mouth move, Mom, but I didn't hear you. So if you can move closer to the laptop in case I do need to. Okay. Okay, Mr. Marquez, can you tell me about his behavior in the back? I do see that he's level 1 outstanding as of the 25th.
Yes, Your Honor. As far as I know, there's been no problems in the back.
It just took him a little while to get to level 1 outstanding.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like he's scheduled for a psychological evaluation on the 4th of May. Is that correct?
Correct. And after that, they're going to do a resource staffing. And I think they're going to do a determined sentencing on this case, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Carrera, you have quite the history going back all through 2019 with us. beginning in late 2018, consistent through 2019. This isn't the first time there's been something involving a weapon. Mr. Adler?
Yes, Judge. Of course, he wants to go home with his mom on the electronic monitor, if that would be possible. It is my understanding the DA is going to take that to the grand jury to see if it's a possible determinate sentence case. And I have not received a petition regarding that, or discovery. So just kind of waiting for the process to play itself out. But he would like to go home with his mom on the monitor.
Okay. So, Mr. Carrera, your consistent history involving firearms in recent months and the nature of these allegations, aggravated robberies and theft of a firearm. I'm not convinced yet with 5 days of outstanding behavior that you are not likely to reoffend and that you're not a danger to the community or even yourself running around with a gun. I'm not convinced that you would listen to your mom quite yet, not with that kind of, not with your history while you were at home with mom and on probation with us. So I don't think you are a stranger to Judge Kim's policy about kids playing with guns, are you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what I would like to see is for you to stay on level 1 outstanding for the next 10 until your next 10-day detention hearing. Okay.
Yes,
And we can
ma'am.
reevaluate it at that time. All right.
Yes,
So I'm
ma'am.
gonna go ahead and keep you detained.
Thank you,
Quiero
Judge.
mucho.
Good, Judge. Me queda aquí, señora.
Thank you.
Judge, can I be released? I think this was my only one with
Do you think
the
it is,
court
Mr.
this morning.
Adler? Yes, thank you.
You been taken back? You didn't come back to that? You go back to A spot, yeah. Okay, okay.
Mr. Dominguez,
Yo,
excuse me?
yes,
Okay, that's better. And Ms. Rojas, are you here? And then Ms. Hamrick, okay. Trees. All right, Mr. Dominguez, this is your detention hearing. You've been detained. You have a right to a detention hearing within 48 hours of coming into detention. And the purpose of this is only to determine whether you should be released to a parent or guardian, or if you should stay here for a little longer with us. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say cannot be held against you, though, at any other type of proceeding, but it can be considered at a detention hearing. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint an attorney for you. You do have an attorney on this hearing with you today. Her name is Melissa Hamrick, and she's wearing a red and black blazer. She's got blonde hair. Do you see her there?
yeah,
Okay. If you need to speak to your attorney, you can let me know that, and I will put you in a private breakout room here on Zoom, okay? You're here because it's been alleged that you have engaged in delinquent conduct, and the same type of conduct would be considered criminal if you were an adult, but because you're a juvenile, then it is just considered delinquent conduct, okay? Says that on April 29th, which was yesterday, Fort Worth PD were dispatched regarding prowlers on Prairie Street. It was told to police that a car was parked between a black Lincoln and a gray sedan. Officers were told that 3 suspects were involved, and the witness observed one of the suspects holding a handgun. When officers arrived at the reported location, they observed a white Nissan Altima parked between a black Lincoln and a gray sedan. Says that you were sitting in the driver's seat of the Altima. Fort Worth PD officer approached you and explained why they were there and asked you to identify yourself. Says that you gave a false name, says that you said your name was Byron, not Brian Dominguez, and gave 2 different dates of birth. Officers conducted a search of the vehicle's compartment and located an empty holster. Says that you told officers that your companion fled when they saw the police cars and he was wearing a red sweater. Companion was shortly located as well as a black Taurus 9mm handgun in the area that the companion was originally observed. Officers noted that an empty holster found inside of your car fit perfectly with the Taurus 9mm located and was confiscated by police. You were then arrested for false ID. And your companion was arrested for other offenses. Ms. Rojas, this is his first time here?
Yes, this is his only referral to our department.
Okay, is there a parent here? Yes, I do
Yes.
see. Mom, what's he doing out? He's 14 years old. What's he doing out at 3 in the morning?
He escaped from the house. He stole my sister's car in the middle of the night. And this is not the first time. He did that before. He stole my car also. And he's run away a couple of times before I always getting in trouble. So,
So the Altima is your sister's car? The
yes,
Nissan? Yes, okay. Does she live with you?
yes,
Okay.
we live with her.
Pardon?
We live with her.
Oh, okay.
He was staying at my sister's because we had already gotten, me and him before in an argument, and he hit me and stuff. So he went and stayed at my sister. He was staying at my sister's for that same reason.
So he
But
doesn't respect you either, right?
no,
So it's no surprise that when you sit down, he says yo to me. Does that
Yes.
surprise you at all?
yes, that's the same problem with him. He wants to talk to me like that, bro, and stuff. No, and he thinks that's cool.
Well, he's 14. It's unfortunate that he,
Not too long ago, he ran away from the house, and he hit the police. They got him because with the stolen car, and they got him at gunpoint and everything also.
who did?
The police.
Okay.
'Cause he-
So I think I know the answer to the next question. He's probably not doing any schoolwork from home or anything like that right now, is he?
No, I don't think so. All he worries about is his little friends, his gangs, and smoking weed and stuff. He don't
Okay.
even take his medication. He has ADHD and stuff. He takes counseling, but he don't care. He don't care about none of that.
Okay. So he's not taking his medication?
No, he doesn't take. Well, there's no point of him taking him if he's smoking weed.
Okay. Do you have the medication with you?
No, I don't have it.
Okay. Do you have some at home that's in the prescription bottle?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. When's the last time he's seen a doctor to reevaluate his prescription?
Last month. He sees a
Okay.
doctor every month. Well, they did it over camera last month. And he has an appointment today at 12 also. So I don't know.
Well, that's unfortunate that he ended up here. It sounds like he's lucky he hasn't been here before based on what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Mr. Dominguez, I'm asking your mom about your medication and stuff because you're going to need it, and we're going to make sure, they're going to make sure that you get it here in the back. I'm detaining you because you're 14 years old. You are out driving a vehicle without permission. It's also, you're 14 years old driving a vehicle. And it looks to me, based on the offense report, that you did the police false information. Middle of the night, you're a danger not only to yourself, but to the community with this kind of behavior. And so have they talked to you about our behavioral levels here in the back?
No.
No? Okay, well, they'll talk to you about level 3 and level 1. Level 3 is the worst, level 1 is the best. Level 1 outstanding is the best. And I think that, well, right now you're on level 2 outstanding. We're gonna need to see you consistently at level 1 outstanding. I haven't decided how long yet with you. I know that you need to be at level 1 outstanding at your next detention hearing, which will be in 10 business days, okay? But that's what you're gonna do because you need to learn how to follow instructions before I can release you back out into the community, okay? Mom, if you can get his prescription bottle up here, we'll make sure that he gets it, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
For how long is he going to be retained?
He'll have another detention hearing in 10 days.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you.
Amy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we had the other one. Dominguez, or no? Yes. Well, in fact, you know what? If someone else is on here, if we can, I'd rather ask Ray to stay on. I know I can have her do the detention. I would rather just have, if we know there's a companion off the bat and I catch it, I'd rather just have separate it right off the bat. So, yes. For Melissa on this one, I do. I don't have any blank ones. Okay, we have Mr. Freck is an out of custody hearing. He should be in the parent room. There he is. There he is. Okay. Oh, I've got her all here. Okay. Hey, Mr. Freck, can you hear me? I saw your mouth move, but I can't hear you at all. Can you move closer?
Can you hear me now?
You're gonna need to speak up more and move closer.
How about now?
Okay, that's better. Thank you. All right, I'm Judge Terry. This is a detention hearing. You have been asked to come in. There's been a directive to apprehend that was issued on the 16th. Just to remind you, you have a right to an attorney. And in fact, you do have an attorney here today. It's Mr. Ed Denigi. Do you see him?
Yeah.
Yes, is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay.
Actually, Your Honor, he is here as a result of a progress report that was submitted yesterday. Mother stated he's been smoking marijuana in his room.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish advising him first, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you. That's okay. You have a right to remain silent also, Mr. Freck. However, should you choose to speak, nothing you say at a detention hearing can be held against you at any other hearing here, okay? But it can be considered for detention hearing purposes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you do see Mr. Adeniji, you said. Let's see. And go ahead, Ms. Paxton.
I did receive a call from mom yesterday. She said he snuck out of his window, but he also admitted to smoking marijuana on the night of the 25th. He did have a drug test when he came in this morning. He was negative for all substances.
Well, that's really good, but he's sneaking out. And that was yesterday, you said?
It was the night before last that he snuck out.
Tuesday night.
He was gone for a short period of time, according to mom.
So he smoked marijuana on the night of 4/25, according to mom, after receiving birthday money from grandma. Mom says he was in the living room and she could smell it, and she saw residue on his bed. On the night of 4/28, she reported that he snuck out of his window and believes that he went out again to smoke marijuana. On the 29th, in response to the progress report, Judge Porter ordered that he come in for drug testing and detention hearing. What kind of a test was he given?
9 pin.
Just a regular UA, 6-panel, I believe.
So Judge, do I take it that the drug test is determines the allegation?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't think his mom would, I don't think his mom would call and lie to GPD.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that, but I just want to know what determines if what the allegation is what it is.
Well, let's see. What was he? Let me see what he was supposed to be doing. Oh, he was released on a monitor, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. He's been on the monitor since March 18th. And he has been keeping up with his schoolwork, but mom is concerned about his marijuana use.
So if he snuck out of his window, that didn't show up on his monitoring?
Violation.
Sit outside.
I'm sorry, one at a time, Ms. Paxton.
We didn't get word of a violation. We didn't get an alert.
I wasn't smoking. I just went to go sit outside.
Hush.
Okay, so Mr. Freck, I did forget to tell you, if you want to speak to your attorney, you can do that. Just let me know and I can put you in a private Zoom room with him, okay?
Can we do that, Judge?
Pardon?
Can we do that,
Yeah, sure. Let me set that up for you.
please?
I'm trying to recall how I did that. I've only had to do that a couple times last week. Let me look and see where I find that.
I don't think it's been done.
I've done it a few times.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out what do I need to do?
Oh, no, you don't do anything. I set it up and then you'll get an invitation and just and enter it.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. I think I found it.
I didn't know if I.
Should be getting it shortly and you just enter it and then make it pretty brief. We've got quite a few detention hearings, but I'm going to open the room for you now.
Thank you.
There it goes. So we'll just wait for them to rejoin us.
Hey, Judge, are we gonna do Xavier Hill last since he's 13?
I am, Mr. Hall, and you know why that works out well? Because I also have a companion case to one that I've already done. And while I know it's okay for Ms. Hamrick to do the detention hearing and then we assign someone later, I prefer just to have a different attorney do it
Okay.
anyway on a companion case, even the initial detention hearing. So you have Xavier at the end, and then we'll do Mr. Williams. I'll ask you to stay on for that one as well.
Okay.
Judge Terry, we don't have a way to go to the breakout room.
Who's talking right now?
Sorry, this is Officer McComber. This is over here with the juvenile.
Okay, you don't need to go to the breakout room.
Okay.
Who do you have there?
He was wanting to speak to his attorney. He doesn't understand why he's here.
Who do you have there?
Xavier Hill.
Okay, he's not even anywhere near, but he's gonna be done at the end. That was communicated to someone at JPD, so I don't know why I didn't. Mr. Hill's gonna be done at the very end.
Okay, who did you need?
I don't need anyone right now. I'm right in the middle of Mr. Freck's hearing.
Got you.
But next will be Ms. Gatewood.
You want me to go there?
Yeah, you can go back.
It's really odd. I think they're coming back to join us. Mr. Adenichi, you're back. I think they must be figuring out how to come back on the other one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there they are.
You need to do it.
Okay, Mr. Freck, you guys are back, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mom, what do you
We're back, Judge.
Mom, what do you want to do with him?
I don't want him here because of the state of things right now, but he also needs to be held accountable. He was smoking on the 25th. He admitted to it, smoked, everything that Miss Paxton said. The other night, I don't know. I could just smell it in the air, and he crawled out of a window to avoid the cameras in the house and outside of the house. What I really want is for him to go to a drug rehab because he does have a problem, and this is where he gets aggressive and then he hits me, and that's what the original charge is for.
No, I get aggressive because you tear all my stuff down in my room.
No.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, Mr. Freck. She's your mom, and those might be your things that you get to use, but they're hers, okay? Because she's the mom. She's the adult. She can take your door off the hinges if she wants to.
Yes, sir.
She's not required to let you decorate your room. She's required to feed you and put a roof over your head and give you a place to sleep, okay? So you don't get to get aggressive with her because she doesn't do everything exactly how you want, or if she chooses to punish you, okay? You just don't get to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
But he also needs to be held accountable for his actions. He can't keep doing this as well.
Are his friends meeting him outside the window? Do you know?
I didn't see them, but he did have his friends come over whenever he used his great grandma's birthday money to buy pot. They had him put, because he told me he put the money by the fence and then they took the money and left the pot.
No,
He
I
doesn't tell
didn't.
me who it was. He just said it was one of my plugs. Yes, you did. Brenda, I have no reason to lie.
I believe your mom. I'm trying to figure out why your EM's not going off. I'm also trying to figure out why your tests are clean when you're coming in. You had the positive one back on March 17th. So if you didn't smoke in April and we do a hair test, you should be good.
Okay.
Can we do a hair test if I send him home, Miss Paxton?
I can get it scheduled, yes.
I did smoke the 25th though.
So you did.
Yeah, but when I snuck out, I didn't smoke. When she says I was smoking with my friends, when nobody was there, I just went to go sit outside.
I don't really quite think it matters when you did. So you did smoke marijuana on the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
And you just turned 17
Yes,
on the
ma'am.
25th.
Mm-hmm.
And your mom's right. You do need to get some help and change some things before we may not even see you back here anymore. You may start going downtown if you can't clean it up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your mom's been working really hard to try to prevent that. And so is everybody here.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to keep him here either with stuff going on. If he's not, I mean, the EM's not going off. I don't know that tells me he really didn't leave. I don't know what's going on with that. Can you guys check that and make sure it's working properly, Miss Paxton?
Yes.
And then,
Your Honor, can you schedule him to go to a state facility to get help for drugs and more educated on it than he is? Because he thinks it's okay because it's just a little pot.
oh yeah, that's what all the kids think.
And it's not okay.
Well, right now we're doing his detention hearing today. He's supposed to, he's scheduled for
August
8th.
not till August.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, I see that. August 8th, August 6th is what I see.
Okay, August
Okay.
6th, that's correct.
You can move it out, Mary. Yeah. Why don't we do that? So Mary's gonna move that date up and send out a notice.
Okay.
And then Ms. Paxton, if you can deal with the assessment issue, okay?
The
So
hair
let me-
follicle, Your Honor.
Yes. I'm sorry, Ms. Paxton, did you say something?
The hair follicle, you're ordering a hair follicle.
Yes, I am ordering a hair follicle. I'm gonna go ahead and release you back to mom, Mr. Freck, but you are walking a fine line here, not just in this court, okay?
Yes, ma'am. And can I have a new charger for my ankle monitor?
Well, like, we can talk to your appeal about that. I've asked them to
Okay.
make sure that thing is working entirely, top to bottom. And I am ordering you to submit to a hair follicle.
Okay.
Here you're at, okay?
Judge, I'm sorry, I have some technical about.
I can't, is that you, Mr. Adenishi? Mr. Adenishi, is that you talking? I think he's having trouble. I thought I heard his voice, but very vaguely.
I thought I did.
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Adenishi, are you here? I mean, I see you and you're not muted, so I don't know. Maybe if your speaker's not turned up on your computer. No, that's what I'm trying to think of. It's already on a monitor. Yeah, let's do that.
Not calling you.
Okay, so he's gonna be doing random drug screens but I want the hair follicle test done first, and then he'll do random UAs. And then we're gonna move his adjudication hearing up so that we can get this moving. And Mr. Freck, I expect your hair follicle, I mean, you admitted it, your hair follicle should show something there.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, actually, I want a UA done at the same time that hair follicle's done, and then random UAs after that. Okay, Ms. Paxton?
Okay, got it, Your Honor.
I can hear you now, Judge.
Okay. So I said that what I'm going to do, he's going to do random drug screens. He's going to do a UA and a hair follicle test at the same time. And after that are going to be the random UAs. Okay. And then if Ms. Paxton, if you could just let the court know what those results are, and then we'll determine next steps from there, okay?
I certainly will.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Your Honor, just one thing, please.
Yes.
Sometimes when I bring him in to do the UAs, he doesn't go. What do we do in that case?
I mean, he doesn't go.
He won't go to the bathroom. We've sat up here for 2 hours one day and he wouldn't go even after drinking all the water and everything.
Okay, well then I guess probation knows what to do, and there's always a judge here. We can just keep him here.
Okay.
His choice. If he doesn't want to cooperate. See, here's the thing, Mr. Freck. Ms. Paxton and your mother and the court, we're the ones in control here, not you, okay? You are not going to control this process. So if you want to cooperate, and your mom's trying to help you here, okay, we're all trying to help you get through this, then you can cooperate and we can get you through it. If you want to fight us, then we'll fight you, okay?
Okay.
So it's your choice. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Judge. I think that's the only one I have, Judge.
I think it is, Mr. Adenishi. Yes, it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I think we need Cesaria Gatewood next. Where'd the juvenile go? Somewhat. Ring the bell.
I think it's on pause.
Yeah, let me meet you.
These not my people at the top, right? These not my people at the top. No, that's not mine. No, that's not my PO though. None of these people I don't know. Mommy. Mama.
Okay, I see Laura.
Mom, I don't think that's my PO, Mama.
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying
Oh.
who I see.
Oh.
People that I know. How y'all doing? Here we go again.
Mama.
Let's see if it's on here. Oh, it wouldn't be on here yet.
They wait on him to come right. No, that ain't her. It's a man.
Look up.
Okay, Ms. Gatewood, is there a parent here? Are you her mom?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Mr. Daniels, I know I saw you here.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, great.
There you go.
And then Mr. German, okay. For her adjudication?
That's agreed to me.
Oh, okay.
No, him.
Mama. Stop, Mama.
Okay, Ms. Gatewood.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Judge Terry. This is your, well, actually, your attorney requested this detention hearing. Okay. And, you know, the purpose of a detention hearing is to determine whether you should be released to a parent or guardian, or if you should remain in detention a little while longer. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you do have a right to an attorney, and in fact, your attorney is on here. Do you see Mr. Daniels on the Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. However, should you choose to speak, nothing you say at a detention hearing can be held against you at any other type of hearing here. It can only be considered for purposes of detention hearings, okay? All right. If you do need to speak to your attorney privately, just let me know and I can put you in a little Zoom breakout private room, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so go ahead, Mr. Daniel, you requested the hearing?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. Tazaria was originally scheduled for an adjudication hearing this morning, but we passed that because she wanted Judge Kim to do her adjudication hearing. At her previous 2 detention hearings, her mother was unavailable to attend, so she wanted to, you know, her mother was available to attend today, so that's why we wanted to go ahead and do a detention hearing today. And, you know, like I said, her mother wasn't available the last 2 times, and she is present today. Tazaria would like to go home with her mother, whether that's on a monitor or not, you know, she would like to go home with her mother.
Okay. Okay, Mom, is that why, are you asking to take her home with you?
No, ma'am, I was not. I don't know what he's speaking of, but like I told him and like I told her, whatever the courts come up with for Tazaria actions, that's not up to me.
Okay. And so you are, you would be on the same page with the court in support of either way. Okay. So my concern, you do work outside of the home, right? Because I think I had her last detention hearing and I understood that you had to be at work.
Yes, I do work.
Okay, and so, and I'm glad.
Excuse me, I have older daughters, you know, someone that if she did go home, I got other people that could help me with her.
Okay. So my concern for her is this, and it's probably the same thing my concern was last time, is just her history of running, the fact that she was discharged from her placement in Granbury that Judge Smith sent her to. was really good placement for her. We're concerned about her aggression still and her statements about harming herself. And so, and then in fact, it was in her offense report, it states that she was even making trouble and kicking and screaming on the way back here to Kimbo after she was discharged from her placement in Granbury. So
I'm aware.
I know that she would listen to whoever's at home and they'd be able to handle her if professionals can't handle her, you know, not that they can't, but if she refuses to cooperate with anybody. And so I'm really mostly concerned for her safety.
And that's what I've been trying to get her to understand.
Yeah. And so I know she's scheduled, because she was scheduled with Judge Porter this morning, and I know now it's been moved to May 14th with Judge Kim on her motion to modify. And so I think we'll probably see her maybe back here before then. Because even as of today, her behavior is still level 3, although it's level 3 acceptable, it's still level 3. So she just has a long way to go. Go ahead, Ms. Gatewood.
It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be a level 1. It's supposed to be level 1. They the supervisor changed it.
On a level 3.
Mama, it's not supposed to be a level 1. You can ask the lady is here.
Gatewood, hold on. I'm going to talk to your PO, okay, Mr. Jarman?
Yes.
Is level 3 acceptable, accurate?
From when I looked in the computer this morning and I looked at also about 10:20 and it was still showing level 3 acceptable.
Okay. Do you know what her level has been since her last detention hearing?
She has been on level 1 since our last detention hearing.
Okay, but as of today, it's 3.
She lost, it was dropped, yes, 2 days ago. Yeah.
Okay.
And she said she didn't feel good and didn't
Yeah,
cooperate.
she didn't cooperate with staff and refused to come out of her room.
Okay. Actually, I think the 14th would be her next scheduled detention hearing anyways. And she'll have her adjudication hearing with Judge Kim that day. Again, Ms. Gatewood, I'm concerned, and I think.
Ain't no need of you doing that.
Pardon?
I'm talking to Miss Littleton, Gatewood.
Hold on. Ms. Gatewood, I am gonna keep you here. I'm concerned that you are a danger to yourself.
Can I say something?
To me?
The reason why like I was crying and doing all that, because it's like I felt like when I came back here, I wasn't gonna be able to be with my mom anymore. I've been here since like Thanksgiving, and that's why I was like crying and those things, because I miss my family and I haven't been with them.
I understand that, and I also understand that you've seen a judge as required to every 10 days, and they have fully evaluated your situation and have determined to keep you here, and so that's going to be.
I thought you told me the last time if I like keep my level and everything straight that you will, you know.
I said I would consider it, Ms. Gatewood. You haven't kept it though.
I did.
Being detained.
They said this.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, y'all.
I wanted her to complete the program and be done with it, but I don't know.
Well, I know I think that's what Judge Smith was hoping for as well.
Now I want here to complete the program and come home.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what else we can do for her, but right now I'm gonna have to keep her here, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I don't think Ms. Gatewood is understanding that she was muted. The supervisor in detention is right there.
Hold right on.
Her level, she was emotional one day, and we
okay, hold on. I had her muted, so I've already handled her.
Miss, I'm not a level 3.
You need to tell me something, sir?
Yeah, I was gonna tell you about her level. She was emotional one day, and we explained to her if she got herself together after the day and didn't have any more issues, we would have her back on her level and give it back to her. As long as she got herself together, she hadn't up until this point caused any more problems. But she was very emotional, like I want to say it was Monday.
And that alone caused her to drop all the way to 3?
Yeah, because it's like when we were at her room, it's like she was really like going through it, like really going through it.
Okay.
And I already gave her like a timeout, but then after the timeout, that's when she was breaking all the way down.
Okay. Well, I thank you for telling me that. However, it does not change my mind. After talking with Mom, I've determined that there's really not
Yeah,
Her behavior, there's really not a safe place for her right now. Okay, so we're looking. Okay, just keep up the good behavior, Ms. Gatewood. Okay? We're trying to find a place that can help you. Okay.
It will. You don't understand. You don't understand. You know, I need my mom.
You have your return, Mr. Daniels. Are you still on here?
Yes, I am still here, Your Honor.
If something else changes or some other placement comes up or something between now and our next hearing, then you know what to do. But
Okay.
I've made my decision.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, please. Thank you.
May I be excused as well, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Daniels.
Thank you.
These ones are just heartbreaking that they just can't find a place for them, you know? Yeah.
Judge Terry, who's next? We missed.
Okay, so next we have to skip down to Trina Richards.
All right, let me make sure it's safe. This young lady is having a situation. Give me just a minute.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Hamrick, I think you're up next. Yes.
And Your Honor, we don't have a parent in the building for Richards.
Okay, thank you. I don't know why either. That's weird. But Ms. Hamrick will be on it, right? Just nearby, just for her to look at. We're not being charged with anything. So, yeah. Actually, I think Ms. Hamrick not on this one, but on the next one you are. My apologies.
So I'm here whenever you need me.
Okay, there she is. Can you hear me, Ms. Richards?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Okay, so I'm Judge Terry.
Hi.
I'm an associate judge for Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing to determine whether you should be detained here or whether you should be released to a parent or guardian. You're brought in today because you were picked up, you were run away out of another county. And so I really have no other choice other than to hold you here until that county comes to pick you up.
Yeah, okay, so I got a question. So we were in a placement and the placement said that they want us back and whatever. So how is that gonna work?
So they're gonna have to come get you that's why we have to hold you here so that your placement can come and get you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and Ms. Lazarova, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. Does she, okay, so she's got a placement and everything, and obviously they know she's here.
Yes.
Can you tell her how long it will take before they can come get her?
They're ready as soon as the forensic interview has been completed with Alliance of Children. So they're actually waiting on us on that.
Right. So I mean, kind of, I guess I should have, didn't really want that to come out, but how long is the wait to have her seen in Alliance?
We're trying to arrange this today.
Okay.
So if today is completed, there's nothing else that keeps us from releasing these kids, this young lady.
All right, Ms. Richards, do you understand that?
No, ma'am. Can you repeat it?
Okay, so really, there's going to be a place that's going to interview you and check on you and make sure you're okay. All right, because there was a lapse in time from the time you ran away from your placement until you were picked up and brought in here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And so everyone just wants to make sure that you're okay and see if there's anything else that you need before that your placement will come back and get you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, good luck, miss, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we need Alexis Santos next. Mr. Lewis and Miss Hamrick are on this, okay. Is there a parent here for this one? Oh, yes, I see someone. Are you her dad?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, thank you. And what's your name, sir?
Albert Santos.
Thank you. All right, just one moment. Okay, Ms. Santos?
Yes, ma'am.
You remember we met your last detention hearing. I'm Judge Terry.
Yeah.
This is a detention hearing. Remember, I told you you have a right to a detention hearing every 10 days to determine whether you should be released to a parent or guardian, or you should remain here with us. You have a right to an attorney, and your attorney here is Ms. Hamrick. Do you see her on the Zoom
Yes.
with the red blazer on? Yes. Okay, you have a really soft voice, so remember to speak up for me, okay? Okay. You have the right to remain silent. However, should you choose to speak, nothing you say at your detention hearings can be held against you at any other kind of hearing, okay? It can only be considered for purposes of detention. If you need to speak to your attorney, though, then you need to let me know that, and I can put you in a private Zoom breakout room, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I still need you to speak up a little more. You have a very, very soft voice.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I remember why I detained you the last time. So what I want to know is what the results of your, that's what I thought. Okay. So on the 17th, you tested positive for benzodiazepines and marijuana. Charges have been filed with the DA's office. No hearing date set yet. And let's see, Mr. Lewis.
Yes, ma'am.
I know what we talked about. I was concerned about her lifestyle and what the her purpose for being up here out of Houston the last time. Is there anything else I need to know about that?
I made a referral to the trafficking unit, and I don't think they've interviewed her because it was just a staffing referral. She hasn't made a specific outcry.
Mm-hmm. She's not going to.
I will mention, just kind of on the same topic, that when I spoke with her mother this morning, the adult male she was with is apparently out on bond and has been calling her older sister, trying to figure out where she is. And mother expressed concerns that, well, her concerns besides the fact of it are this person has apparently physically assaulted her several times.
Okay. And that's why I don't think she'll speak out. So I see dad is there. Dad, are you separated from mom, or do you live with mom?
Oh man, we're separated, man.
Okay, and do you live down in Houston also, or are you up here?
No, I'm in Houston.
Okay. So I think, Mr. Lewis, I read something about you guys would eventually want to transfer this case to Houston, right? To make it.
Yes, ma'am. She resides in Harris County, and ultimately the disposition, I think, should be transferred there since they'll be supervising, assuming she's educated and probated.
Okay. I mean, I see that she's been on level 1 outstanding pretty much as soon as she could get there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about her behavior in here. I'm sure she knows how to behave. Dad, when's the last time? Is there any sort of custody order between you and mom?
No, no. We've been. It's like I get the weekends and some holidays. It's been like that for years.
But, you know, she was out running around with an adult man?
I did not know. I hadn't spoke to her in a few days when I did find out about this incident. But from what I was told, that I'm not too sure if she came willingly with him. That I think that he forced her. So it's something that I wanted to do. That I was gonna press charges on this young man because he's a minor. You know, and him being an adult, he knows better.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure that she is with him freely either, even if she thinks she is. So
yeah. Yes, ma'am.
That's my concern with her. I'm also concerned now that I know he's been reaching out to her older sister. Is her older sister your daughter also?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay, because
and that's something that I talked to her this morning, my oldest daughter, and that's something that she didn't tell me, which they might be scared. But that's yes, ma'am.
And so you weren't on here the last time, but the mother was, and mother indicated to me that I think it was the mother who indicated to me that the older daughter is not quite a good influence on Alexis either.
Yeah.
And so my concern would be this, that, you know, if he's communicating with your older daughter, she's not telling you that, and they're communicating, trying to find out where Alexis is and all of that. Is that something you'd be able to handle out of your house if I sent Alexis home with you?
Well, you see, that's what I wanted to speak. God changed my life 5 years ago through this ministry. It's a Christian home. We help out men and women that are addicted to drugs and alcohol. I'm actually the home director there. We have a brother home here and a brother church right here on Columbus and 28th, Victory Family.
Okay.
So that's what I was gonna refer if we can get her court ordered to the home. And because she's been there before, and the moment I turn my back for a few seconds, they end up leaving. And that's when I have to call the cops. And that's what I do all the time. But it's something that I got court ordered 5 years ago, and it changed my life. And I believe that if it helped me, I'm pretty sure it can probably help my daughter.
Okay, so Alexis has been there before. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. Because the mother took him because she didn't want to deal with him no more. So what the mother would do, she'll go drop him off to me. And that's something that, like my daughters know, Alexis knows the lifestyle that I lived before and how I live now. And it's completely different.
Okay, so you're saying you live in Houston, but you have this place up here that you would like her to go to?
Well, no, I have it's a brother church and a brother home that we also have here in Fort Worth. But if we can get her transferred to Houston.
Ms. Hamrick, what are your thoughts on this?
I have no doubt that she wants to be released. Her behavior has been wonderful since she's been in there. Is understanding that some things in her life need to be different from what they were before for her own safety. And if the parents can, if dad will provide her that, then I would ask that she be come back for another hearing. She doesn't have any history. I think she's learned her lesson.
Okay.
About being careful.
Here's my concern is she, even by the mother's own statements last time, she's got a history, obviously she's no history with this department, obviously, and no history of run away from here, but she's got a tendency to run away from home and be gone for months. I believe her mother said last time she'd be gone for months and she wouldn't, you know. And then now dad's telling me mom would just kind of drop her off here and there. So I think Alexis is used to kind of coming and going. Does that make sense, Dad?
Yeah, it's something that I tell my daughters that they're always welcome. I always want them. Now that's a choice.
Well, she's 14. She should have a stable home.
Yeah,
You know, she shouldn't be out
with
going
me, she
living with.
does. Excuse me?
Shouldn't be going out living with the grown man
Oh,
here
no,
and there
ma'am.
and coming home. I'm really concerned for her safety the most, especially because I'm sure that he's most likely the one giving her the benzos and the marijuana. So let's see what you guys can work on as far as, I just want to see what else flushes out of this. I want her to be clean when she leaves here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because that way, if she does get picked up anywhere else or happens to be brought back here or wherever she's at, it'll be documented somewhere she was clean when she left here, and then hopefully she'll, I don't know what's gonna happen with her, but I'm concerned. So I do want to keep her here a little longer. I'm so concerned for your safety, Alexis, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want her to be clean before she can be released from here. And so, and then also, Mr. Lewis or Ms. Hamrick, whoever, well, Ms. Hamrick, you're probably not even coming into the courthouse now, and that's fine, you don't have to, but Mr. Lewis, if you're nearby, if you can stop by my courtroom, I just wanted to get some information to give to Alexis, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Oh, and Dan, I have one more question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
If she, when she's released in the future, are you able to get her back here for any type of hearing or whatever, as long as the case is here?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You are? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lewis, will you give me updates on what you find out from our interview?
I will, and I'll also talk to the court coordinator about the status of the scheduling. Because again, the charges are filed. It's just a question if we don't have a court date.
Right. So I'm not opposed to getting that set pretty quickly. Now that we know how to do it on Zoom.
Okay, thank you. I think we have Mr. Silva next. I think we have to look for that one. We'll get used to that. Are you Mr. Silva's mother, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think they can see.
Thank you. Okay. All right, Mr. Silva, I met you before. I'm Judge Terry. This is your 10-day detention hearing. Remember, the last time you were here was your initial one, and then you have a right to a hearing every 10 business days to determine whether you will stay with us a little longer or you can be released to a parent or guardian. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have a right to an attorney, and it looks like your attorney, Ms. Hamrick, is here on the Zoom. Do you see her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You also have a right to remain silent. However, should you choose to speak, nothing you say at your detention hearings can be held against you at any other type of hearing here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Only be considered for detention purposes. So it looks like you have been on level 1 outstanding since for the last 5 days. Mr. Nava, can you bring me up to date on what he's been doing the last 10 days?
Yes, he's been 1-0 since as soon as he could, but he dropped to 1-8 on the 24th. Says he violated DNA and he was having inappropriate conversations about weapons.
Oh.
But other than that, he's been 1-0.
Okay. How are the conversations about weapons inappropriate?
That I would assume that's on staff. That's a staff discretion. If they hear the conversations, they can take away points on the youth if they.
I understand. I just didn't know if you knew what the details of the conversation were.
No, ma'am, I don't know that detailed.
Mr. Silva, do you want to tell me what you were talking about?
I can talk, man?
You can.
What's the cop?
Oh, I do have to tell you too, if you want to talk to your attorney, then just let me know and I can put you in a private room with her, okay?
Yes.
You want to talk with her or no? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, when you come back, I'm really going to need you to speak up because I really cannot hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's much better. So I am going to put you in a breakout room.
Yes, ma'am.
Oops, wrong one.
It says join. Did I click it?
Hey, Ms. Hamrick, it should be ready.
They're back, Judge.
Okay, let's see. Okay, you guys are back. Okay, Mr. Nava, I was just reading on the offense report how just yesterday, another referral came in on Mr. Silva. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So that they're saying the Arlington PD gave you a referral for deadly conduct, discharged firearm. On that report, on November 14th, 2019, there was a shooting that occurred on Foxcroft Lane in Arlington. They didn't call 911 until 11:16, 2 days later, when the complainant located damage on his son's truck and basketball hoop. Further advised that his son was in a physical altercation with the male from the 5BK gang on the 12th, which would have been 2 days before the alleged offense. And I guess 4 days prior to the call. And then on the 19th of November, 2019, officers met with the complainant's son, who provided the officers a screenshot of Mr. Silva's Instagram. And the complainant's son and Mr. Silva were in a fight and believes he may have shot at his truck. Believes he might have. Okay. Ms. Hamrick, go ahead. Ms. Hamrick?
He's been on one. He's doing well in detention. He knows that there's been no petitions filed at this point, so he would like to be released to go home on an electronic monitor, just so I think that's for his safety. No one can accuse him of anything, and he will take it home.
So I see on the offense report today that that there is a petition that's been filed on the January 2nd.
Yes, just for the offense of robbery.
What's that?
Just for the offense of robbery, he's if they are going to file, it's still pending on the two aggravated robbery charges, evading arrest, and the newest offense.
Right, but the one that's been filed is the robbery offense. A student at Arlington High School reported that he was robbed. Recognized the suspect wearing a black hoodie from his 8th period of class, added that he forcefully took the phone, got punched in the mouth, fell to the ground. Both suspects kicked him and ran off with the phone. Mr. Silva was identified by school admin. It was all on video. Identified as the one taking the phone. Video reflected what the victim stated. So that's the one that's been filed.
I don't have that one yet, apparently.
Is there a DA here? Mr. Rickman? Do you know if anything's going to be done on these ag robberies?
Your Honor, I don't have any information. I'm just trying to look and see what, if anything, we have on them. Give me a moment.
Which, DA Williams did advise P.O. Cook, who's supervising Brian Carrera, who's a companion to Nicholas, and he is seeking to determine and sentence, I believe, on the aggravated robbery charges.
And I do see we got the referrals, one on the 16th and one on the yesterday. It looks like I would go off the information Mr. Nava provided. It looks like that's what we will be proceeding.
You will be proceeding on the aggravated robberies?
That's based on the information Mr. Nava just provided. I would assume that he has an accurate report from that. I have no further information about that other than we've had a short period of time to consider the most recent one. I would say based on the threat of safety to the community with the repeated reports that have come in, looks like he tested positive for benzos and marijuana on 4/15. And he's listed under his assessment yesterday as high risk, moderate need. That safety of the community would require keeping him in detention.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, Mom, what are your thoughts?
A lot. A lot of stuff that I didn't know. I'm feeling a lot better. I've been cleared by the health department. I was positive for the COVID.
Oh my goodness, okay.
And I'm cleared, completely good. I've been out of work for about almost a month. So I'm gonna go back, I'm starting Monday. The reason why I haven't gotten a chance to get him an attorney specifically. I would like to have him home. I'm having hours arranged for my work so I can be there with him until my other older son will be there also. I don't know what else to say.
So when this was all going on, like, so it's alleged that he's committed these offenses like November now, and then January, and then most recently April. You have no idea he's out running around doing this stuff?
Not doing that stuff. I do know he leaves or he used to leave. It was in the area we used to live in. We moved at the beginning of this year, and
I thought I had it more under control, getting them away from them people.
But he just gets in a car and runs back to them, right?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm sorry you had to deal with his behavior like that, especially when you were sick. And you should be too, Mr. Silva, out there running around and your mom's sick. She could have died from that. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
He has been level 1 outstanding for 5 days. Here's what I like to do, Mr. Silva. You have been level 1 almost the whole time you've been here, and I can appreciate that. I think you're a smart kid. Smart kids will do that. They'll be out running around, getting away with all kinds of stuff, and then they'll come in and they'll fall in line because they know what to do, okay? But you've been consistently out there allegedly doing things that are adult crimes, and so what I want to do is see some more consistent good behavior from you here, okay? And I want him to be completely clean before he is released from here. You'd be back here in like 2 weeks. Here's what I want to do, Mr. Silva. I want you to stay on level 1 outstanding. And Mom, you think if I send him home, you can handle him at home?
Yes.
What will your work hours be?
I have, what was it? I'm going in at 12 to 10, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay. And who will be there to?
During the day, I have my 17 and 19-year-old son at home.
And are they in trouble at all with the law?
No.
Okay. And so, I mean, the reality is you're going to be tired when you get home from work, and he may be waiting for you just to fall out so he can run out again. What are your plans for that if that happens? I mean, I guess what are your plans to make sure that he's not sneaking out at night with these people?
I actually don't have anything as a backup.
Yeah, okay. But the other 2 boys are there too?
Yes, they live there. They live with us.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do, just because of the seriousness of the nature of the offenses. I mean, there are guns involved. I think I told you, Mr. Silva, I'm pretty sure you're the one I told last time that you're lucky that this wasn't a murder.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't recall that with the gun of trigger being pulled, but nothing coming out of it? It was a click.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, you're lucky you're not here on a murder. And so I do want to keep you here, and I will give serious thought to releasing you on a monitor if you're on level 1.0 still in 2 weeks, okay?
Yes,
all right, but just due to this nature of the offense and the danger to the community, I'm going to keep him here for now, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity.
Okay, Mr. Williams is next. And I think, Mr. Hall, we were going to have you do that one. Mr. D.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Yep.
Does
Thank you,
Mr.
Ms.
Hall
Howard.
need me to send him the offense report?
I've got it.
Okay.
Mary sent it to me.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, for Mr. Hall, okay. And Mary will take care of your pay slip for that too, Mr. Hall.
Okay.
You should have a request for a court-appointed attorney too, Your Honor.
Okay, let me look here. Oh, yeah. Is it Mom? Are you here for him? Yes. Okay, you're the mom? Okay, make sure that you speak clearly so I can hear you, okay? I know this is not the place you want to be today. Okay, I don't have, Mr. Vickerson, I don't have a request for counsel in my packet here.
Are you okay if I send you one?
You want to, like, someone come drop it off in here? Yeah.
Well, I can email it to you too, if that helps.
Sure, I can look at it, but I'll need someone to,
Okay.
yeah.
I've got it right here also.
Okay. All right, Mr. Williams? Hi, I'm Judge Terry. This is a detention hearing, okay? You've been brought into Kimbo and you have a right to this detention hearing within 2 days of being brought in, okay? And the purpose of this is only to determine whether we should release you to a parent or guardian or whether we should keep you detained while everything is pending, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
The only purpose for today. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. And if you see Ray Hall here, he's in the green shirt, got a turkey behind him on the screen. Okay, he's the attorney I've appointed to represent you for today's purposes, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you have the right to remain silent. However, anything you say at a detention hearing cannot be held against you at any other kind of hearing, okay? It can only be considered for detention purposes. However, if you choose to speak, I would talk to Mr. Hall first. And if you want to talk to Mr. Hall, we can put you in a private breakout session on Zoom here. So just let me know if you want to do that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're here because it's alleged that you've committed delinquent conduct. Thank you. Conduct that if committed by an adult is considered a crime. Okay, but because you're a juvenile, it's considered delinquent. So I did just receive your affidavit of indigence and request for court-appointed attorney. Oh my goodness, Ms. Williams, you have your hands full at home, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Williams, are you still working right now during this pandemic or are you home?
I'm working still.
Okay, well, that's good, right? Okay, I do find that you qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I am going to appoint Mr. Hall to your son's case, okay? And you can get his contact information from JPD before you go today, ma'am, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Williams. Your offense report indicates that just yesterday at 3:49 in the morning, officers from Fort Worth PD were dispatched to Brewery Street regarding prowlers. The information provided was that a car was parked between a black Lincoln and a gray sedan. Officers were told that 3 suspects were involved and the witness observed one of them holding a handgun. When officers arrived at the location, they observed a white Nissan Altima parked between a black Lincoln and a gray sedan. Your companion was sitting in the driver's seat. Fort Worth PD approached your companion and explained why they were there and asked him to step out of the vehicle. Then conducted a search for officer safety, found an empty holster in the driver's compartment. Your companion was not cooperative at first, but later complied with the officer's questions. Your companion told officers that his companion fled when they saw police cars and was wearing a red sweater. Officers initiated an Air 1 search of the immediate area and located a suspect running from the area, Bury Street, wearing a red sweater. Police intervened and detained the suspect when they asked about a handgun. The suspect, later identified as Brandon Williams, says that you first told them that you threw it in a field after you knew the police were in the area. You showed the police where the field was, but the handgun was not located. Officers then located a black Taurus 9mm in the area that you were originally observed in. Officers noted that the empty holster found inside the suspect's car fit perfectly with the Taurus 9mm located and confiscated by police. Says that you admitted to carrying the gun and deliberately tampering with physical evidence by deliberately giving false information where the handgun could be located, and that you were arrested for unlawfully carrying a weapon and tampering or fabricating physical evidence. Also says that on November 18th of 2019, you were referred out of custody by Fort Worth PD for criminal trespass. Then on November 9th, 2019, an officer was dispatched to an auto theft report, and upon arrival met with a victim who stated that the suspects removed the vehicle from that location without his permission. Later, the vehicle was located by an officer and the officer initiated a traffic stop. The vehicle continued for a little bit before coming to a stop, and the driver was arrested for UUMV. Officers searched driver's pockets and found in his left pants a baggie of green leafy substance believed to be marijuana. Front seat passenger was identified as you, and that you told the officer immediately that you knew the vehicle was stolen when you got into it. You were charged with trespass of a motor vehicle and then released to your mother. All right, Mr. Hall.
Judge, I'd ask that he be allowed to be released on the monitor to his mom.
Mom, what are your thoughts?
That's fine. Yeah, I think.
That's fine, or I mean, what's going on with him at home? You've got so many people to keep track of at home. He's supposed to be helping you.
Right. I got a lot of thoughts, but
and we all do. We're moms, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean they don't have to mind you, right?
Right.
Here's the thing. I'm not comfortable sending him home, and it's no affront to you, Ms. Williams. It's because, well, one, he doesn't even respect you because he look at all the siblings he's got at home, and he could be making sure everything's taken care of while you're out working and stuff. That's not a reason to keep him here. It's just, it tells me a little bit about the ability for you to keep him under wraps at home, you know, while you're busy trying to do other things, to provide for him. He's out playing with guns. Mr. Williams, you are just shy of becoming 17, okay? And what that means is if this kind of stuff keeps up, we won't see you anymore. You're going to be downtown. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that how you want to start your adult life out?
No, ma'am.
I don't want you to either. Where are you getting a firearm at 16 years old?
From my homeboy.
Okay. Is your homeboy an adult?
No, ma'am.
Okay, where's your homeboy getting a firearm from?
I don't know.
Do you think that makes you a man to be running around with a gun?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you really think he's your homeboy? If he's giving you guns and gonna help get you in trouble?
No, ma'am.
You need to find yourself some homeboys that don't have to play with guns to be big boys, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get along with your big sister, Brandy?
Sometimes.
Does she stay out of trouble?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You are so close in age to her that you two ought to be figuring out how you're gonna succeed as adults together pretty soon and support each other, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Instead of wasting your time being in here. And you've got a bunch of little siblings that probably look up to you. I bet they do, don't they?
They do.
They do, okay. Do you want to see little Bradley get in trouble in here?
No, ma'am.
Probably what's going to happen if he sees you doing this, you can bet that Bradley will be coming here, okay? That's just what the numbers show, all right?
Yes,
I don't want that. And look at your mom. She was in tears before this even started today. That's what you're doing to your mom. But I think it's actually worse what you're doing to yourself here. I'm not trying to lecture you. I know you probably think I don't know you. I don't know anything about it, but I am familiar with what goes on out there. I grew up in a city. I know what happens, okay? You don't have to behave like you live where you're at. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to fall in line with the other negativity around you. Okay, that's your choice. And so I'm going to give you some time in here to think about that. I want to make sure that you're safe and the community's safe and that you're not out there playing with guns. And so I am going to keep you here for a little bit. And have they explained to you the levels of behavior that they expect back there? Like level 3, level 2, level 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you are on, level 2 you just got here. And so it'll take you a day or so to get up to level 1. And at your next detention hearing, which will be in 2 weeks, we'll see where you're at then, but I do expect you to be on level 1 outstanding, okay? I need to know that you can follow directions, okay? And I need to know that you can be trusted to follow directions if we were to release you, okay? And we'll consider releasing you on a monitor to your mom if she's able to be here the next time and if your behavior is up to par and if no other new information comes in, okay? We'll consider it. I'm not promising you, we'll consider it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But either way, just for your own good, it's a good idea for you to have your behavior level up to 1 outstanding, just for your own personal good, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. At this time, although Texas courts are open and we are streaming on YouTube, pursuant to Texas Family Code 5408C, the remainder of the proceedings will be closed, and I will give it about a 20-second lag to make sure that that announcement is broadcast on YouTube. Oh, you know what? I didn't end the YouTube live, so I need to do that first. So